Hey G Squad, welcome back to the episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode we got this cool image right here, and basically what this is the Airpods Max. If you can see, this is basically what the product looks like right here. And if you guys turn in the back part right here, you guys can see how she give you guys a smart case. But first thing first, we should open up the product to show you guys what the inside looks like first. So definitely if you can see on the slide right here, they have the same type of opening as like the MacBook devices or any of their other products, which is definitely pretty awesome. So let's open up first. Right, so once we take it out, you guys can see that this is basically what the product looks like right here. Definitely feels and looks higher quality than your typical Bose or Sony headphone, which is pretty awesome. So right here we do have the headphones, but there is some more stuff inside, so let's take those out first. So you see in the bottom right here, there's some more stuff, so let's take it out first. Alright, so once we take this part out, there is something else right here. So the very bottom, they do provide a cable to actually recharge the product, and it should be a USB-C to Lightning cable, if you can see right here. And then for this part right here, they probably got a bunch of warranty cards on here and also a user manual as well. So definitely for the user manual right here, they definitely probably got a bunch of information in terms of how to use it, such as how to play the song, stop the song, and do different options on here. But I will definitely show you guys how to use everything on here. But now let's take a look at the actual product right here. So definitely right out the bat, when you guys feel the top part right here, it definitely feels very different than your typical headphones. It's kind of like a mesh material on here, but it actually feels really comfortable. And if you guys open up this part right here, it's basically like a magnetic option, but this part right here is basically the case to actually hold the Airpods Max headphones. So when you guys take it out, this is basically what the case looks like right here. So definitely when you guys feel the case on here, it actually feels really smooth. It definitely gives you guys an all-around protection on here. But when you guys take it out, you want to slide it out like this. And this is basically what the product looks right here. If you guys flip it to this side right here, they do have the protection layer on here if it's your first time using the product. So when you guys take it out, this is basically what the inside looks like. So when you guys feel the material on here, it definitely feels like a high quality material. It definitely feels really comfortable when you guys feel it as well. And also if you guys look really carefully inside, there is an L and R. So that is how you guys know which side is which. And then when you see in the top part right here, there's this option right here. And there's a button here as well. And if you guys can see in the bottom part right here, that is basically where you can plug in the cable to actually recharge it. And basically for this headphone right here, if you guys want to twist it, you definitely can. So just like this. That's how far it goes this way. If you guys twist it this way, that's how far it goes this way. But definitely when you guys feel the material on here, it is super flexible. So just like this. And if you guys want to extend it, you can definitely extend it on here. Same thing for other side as well. And then notice once I actually took it off from the actual case, it automatically pairs onto my phone, which is very similar to what happens when you guys take out the actual AirPods or AirPods Pro. And supposedly for this part right here, it does have the ANC option on here. And it's supposed to have like a transparency mode as well. So that way you guys actually be aware of your surrounding. And also mentioned the way how to design the product right here. It should give you guys like an all-around surround sound. I'm assuming that is probably what these are for right here. And also the bottom as well, if you can see right there. But in terms of the battery life on here, they mentioned how it should give you guys roughly around 20 hours of usage on one full charge, depending on how you guys use it obviously. If you guys turn on the max volume, you mostly will not get that full 20 hours I mentioned. But if you guys do turn it lower volume, you probably will get anywhere around 20 hours of usage. But that is basically everything that's on the bar right here. Before I actually test it out, I do want to plug in the cable to show you guys how to charge it first. So if you guys plug in the cable right here, you guys can see how she lights up right there. So that is how you guys know when it's actually charging. But I'm actually connect it and test it out to see how it works. So I'm actually put it on first. Alright, so once we put it on, this actually looks right here. If you can see, it definitely looks pretty nice. And definitely when you guys put it on, it actually feels really comfortable as well. But I'm actually connect it onto my device first. So definitely once I turn it on, I can definitely notice the ANC technology works immediately. Like if there's any noise happening right now, I don't hear any noise. But if you guys want to turn on the transparency mode, you basically want to press on this button right here. And now basically hear everything that's going on, and it's actually really clear. So basically once you guys take out the headphone from the case, you can definitely start connecting on here, if you can see on my phone. Alright, so we got to connect it. So teach you guys how to use the different switches or buttons on here, like the media control, like the noise cancellation button that I showed you guys earlier. And then basically right next to that, there's like a little switch option. You basically want to use that to play and pause the music, skip the music, increase and lower the volume. And you can basically do all of that on here. And basically right here, it show you guys the battery percentage as well. So right now it's around 54%. So it does need to fully charge first. But it's totally fine if we actually test it out right now. So I'm actually play a song on here and just test it out to see what it actually sounds like first. Alright, so I got my song right here. Let me actually use the crown option right here to show you guys how it works. So if I press it down one time, that basically play and pause the music. If you guys turn it, let's see what happens. So basically when you guys turn the crown or the switch option, that is how you guys increase or lower the volume on here. And then if you guys want to skip the song or go back to the previous song, you probably want to double tap it or something. Let's give it a try. Alright, so you see that definitely does work. So basically if you guys want to skip the song, you guys want to tap it 2 times. But if you guys want to go back to the previous song, you guys want to tap it 3 times. And I'm assuming if you guys want to use like a voice assistant, you guys want to press and hold the crown option. Alright, so you see it definitely does work. And also for the part right here, it does have like auto on and auto off option. So once you guys take it off from your ear, it turns off. But once you guys put it back onto your ear, it turns on, which is very similar to like the Airpods or AirPods Pro design. But now let me actually listen to the audio on here and hear what it sounds like first. Alright, so when you actually listen to the audio and the bass on here, it actually works really well. You can definitely hear how clear the audio is on here. And the bass on here is actually really good as well. I think it actually balances out each other really well, where the audio is not like too loud and the bass is not too powerful. It's just like the right amount. But definitely once I actually put on the part right here, it actually feels really comfortable, both on the top part right here and also on the ear pad right here as well. Like I mentioned earlier, it's definitely very different compared to other headphones since they do use like a mesh material on here to give you guys like a different type of comfort. But now let's actually test out the microphone on here and then actually see what it actually sounds like first. Alright, so we got a recorder right here. Let me actually test it out. Alright. So basically what you guys are listening to right now is the microphone that's coming from right here. If you guys can hear what it actually sounds like. Now let me actually go listen to the audio and hear what it actually sounds like first. Alright, so I just finished listening to the audio that's on the microphone right here. I definitely have to say that it's actually really clear. I feel like the microphone that they have on here or built into the actual headphone right here, it definitely has like a noise reduction or something. Because when I actually listen to the audio on here, it definitely cancels a lot of the surrounding sound. So when you guys want to use this to make calls with friends or whatever, or even for meetings, it will definitely give you guys that noise reduction or noise isolation on your microphone to give you guys a much more clear audio as well, which is definitely pretty awesome and really useful, especially if you guys are planning to use it to make calls. And one thing that I actually noticed on this headphone right here is the fact that there's no aux cable on here, which is definitely pretty interesting because all headphones I know usually have like an aux option, but this one doesn't. So definitely if you guys are planning to use it on the plane, you can only connect it onto Bluetooth or whatever. So that's definitely a downer. I wish they included the aux option on here just in case when you guys are using it on the plane. But that is basically everything that's on the part right here. If you can see, it definitely looks pretty nice. Actually feels pretty nice as well. But that is basically everything that's on the part right here. Now we go unboxing and test the product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not. So for this headphone right here, I would definitely have to say that it is pretty worth it. Especially if you guys are trying to look for a high quality headphone that has everything that I mentioned on here. In terms of the ANC option, the transparency mode, easy access to actually change everything on here. Like the play and pause button, skipping a song, going back to the previous song, increase and lower the volume on here. And also if you guys want to activate the voice assistant as well, you definitely have all that option on here. And definitely the overall design of the product definitely looks pretty cool and looks very simple as well. And obviously for this headphone right here, it is super comfortable with the mesh material on here. So that way the actual product is breathable as well. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money for something else you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.